Okay, so let's talk about how do we graph these exponential functions in Desmos, and specifically, what do we do if we're trying to match it to a table or a graph? Okay, so if I'm given a table, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put that table into Desmos. So remember, click Add Item and then Table, and then I'm just going to type it in exactly like I see it. Whatever values they give you, that is the values that you are going to type in. So 0, 1, and sometimes they can just give you a set of points, and sometimes they'll give you a table. So which doesn't really matter. 81. Oh, that's supposed to be -1. There you go. Okay, so here's I have kind of, you can see the shape that it's going to take, and then all I have to do is I have to graph my answer choices one by one. So y equals 3 to the power of x. So you can tell if I zoom in that they don't, it's close, right? But it does not go through every point, and it has to go through every point. So we know A is not it. So if I go ahead and graph B, y equals 9 to the power of x, you guys can see that it clearly goes through every single green point that I have, right? So even the one all the way up here. So you want to make sure that you find something that goes through every point that you're given. And then so I know B is going to be my correct answer, and I know that C is not correct, but I'm going to go ahead and check it anyways. So I have 2 and then 3 to the power of x. So again, passes through one point, but not through the rest. Okay, now what do we do if we're given a graph? Well, it's the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and graph my answer choices. So I have y equals 3, and then 2 to the power of x. Now, I want to check two things. I always check the y-intercept. So the y-intercept in this case is 2. So if I zoom in, look, my y-intercept is 3, so I automatically know that that's not going to be the correct answer, right? So they might look the same, but you always want to check that y-intercept and another point. So y equals 2 and then 3 to the power of x. Okay, so first things first, let's check y-intercept. I have 0, 2, 0, 2. Good so far. And I want to check another point. So here I have 1, 4. So I just want to make sure that on my graph, I have 1, 4. Okay, and notice right here, I do not, right? I don't have... So here I have 1, 6. So if I look at it, it does look very similar, but you want to make sure that those points are the same. So the y-intercept was the same, but it did not have this 1, 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and graph the last one. I have 2 to the power, y equals 2 to the power of x. And so here's my y-intercept, and if I zoom in, you can tell that it's close to 1, 4 right there. Okay, so you want to double check the y-intercept and a separate point to make sure that they match.